You're watching Drakewing Gaming. Enjoy the video.
Hey guys and gals, now we're here from Drakewing Gaming, some of you mountains, what are the gaming drag today? I'm coming back at you with a Let's Play episode of Tian He Hui. Anyway, y'all, let's go ahead and jump right back in. Alarm chain, you were up, and let's go! Yeah, this place will be my new home for a while, and from here I'll begin a new chapter of my life in the Ji Kingdom. With that, I mustered out courage from within and stepped forward. My eyes were determined, and I began speaking to everyone present. Hello everyone, my name is Tex, and I come from Moro. I'm also just an ordinary and common novelist. Meh, if only I managed to steal that book from him during yesterday's afternoon, we wouldn't have to cause that chaos last night. We ended up wasting so many of our men, said a little rabbit while tossing a bulging money pouch around back and forth. Oh, right, back to the topic. Brother Chi, we dispatched so many of our men this time and almost lost everyone to merely 2 people. All these just to grab a book. Don't you think we're the ones that lost for this trade-off, yeah? Xing Sheng, Master Ying must have his own reasons for issuing such orders. I believe this book will greatly contribute to our great cause in the future. I don't really bother about this great cause or whatnot. I just want a bloodbath of a good fight. Give me fights to engage in and I will be satisfied. This need of yours can be easily satisfied. Simply continue serving Master Ying, then once the new world is formed and completed, an endless chance to fight awaits you naturally, just as you desired. Guaji, is fighting the only thing inside your peanut-sized brain? How dare you speak to me in such a tone, you little bunny bastard! Just so you know, I haven't settled that issue of you purposely waking up that dog last night just yet. If it weren't for you wandering around about in front of his doorway and making him think that place is haunted, causing him to wake up and take a look instead of staying asleep, we wouldn't have the need to cause that much of a ruckus. Hey, I already said I'm sorry about that. I just wanted to mess with him a little. Who would have expected 2 crazily strong people to suddenly jump in and interfere with this matter? You go and tell that to Master Ying, but from what I saw last night, that tiger and white wolf you two fought, with their skills and prowess, ain't bad at all. I'll be sure to have a good meeting with him the next time. Do not make any unnecessary moves, Guiji. In time, opportunities for you to fight will come by eventually. Suddenly, a series of clear footsteps can be heard resonating in the quiet room, followed by a mysterious man cloaked in black walking in. A cold aura lingered where he walked, as if the air were frozen with each of his steps. We, your humble servants and generals, pay our respects to you, Master Ying. In an instant, the 3 shifted their carefree attitude while conversing to a serious tone. With a knee on the ground and both their hands clutched before themselves, they greeted their master, whom they call Master Ying. Rise, my servants. I've read through the mission report. So, who would like to do the honor of explaining to me why and how did you 3 manage to lose that many shadows? Last night, the original plan was to wait until everyone was asleep in the inn, then deploy the assassins to kill everyone in their dreams. We didn't expect Xing Sheng to disobey the orders, and, moreover, conduct actions that disrupted the plan. Huh. Xing Sheng, is there anything you would like to explain or add to that statement? An aura of heavy intimidation can be felt from the black-robed figure's voice. His cold tone when he speaks makes one feel like falling into a bottomless glacial chasm. Reporting to Master Ying, it is I who selfishly acted on my own, causing disruptions to the plan. Please punish me for my wrongdoings. Oh well. They're merely shadows who can't do much. Since the goal of this mission is accomplished, I shall not pursue this matter any further. But Xing Sheng, I expect you to redeem yourself with success on the next mission for this blunder. How's the development of the drug going? Reporting to Master Ying, after conducting several successful mutation experiments using harvested organs from multiple beast-kind species, we've applied the drug into practical usage. Latest results can be expected soon. Good. Very good. Soon I will have newer and much more powerful shadows at my disposal. Master Ying, during our retreat last night, several men of ours at the scene were still alive, albeit barely. Your servant is afraid. Afraid of what? Your servant is worried that they might spill the Master's secrets. Are you underestimating the concoction Sunrise Soul Shatter powder made by yours truly, Bai Xing Shun? That was not my intention. My Sunrise Soul Shatter powder is absolutely perfect. The sun rises, their innards are destroyed, their souls shattered. Saviorless to divinity. A suffering permeates mortality. Return to Ji Zhao and Guai Ji once more. Confirm all the bodies have been turned to dust by the Soul Shatter Powder. Soul Shatter Powder. That is an interesting name. Ling Sheng, continue refining the drugs. We'll need them in due time. Yes, Master! Very well, then. Like the silent steps when he entered, Master Ying left the trio's vision slowly. With his departure, the room temperature returned to normal. Followed by a bang, signaling the doors closed, the trio began to relax their tightened nerves and body. Whew! That scared me. I thought I was done for just now. It seems like Master Ying is in a good mood today, but if you try this kind of stunt again, we may get to witness how our master ends you. Let's go, Guai-Ji. We'll return to Zhizhao once more. No fights. Don't wanna. Fine. I'll go by myself. Now then, I suppose I shall go and take a look at that so-called Tian He Hui. The Tower of Babel stood proudly upon the land. Wherever the 7 sages visited, bloodshed and chaos from the old age were quelled, whereas peace and tranquility of the new age were embraced. Under the leadership of the 7 sages, the people began tearing down those machines of war and developed many creations from the parts. Carts that help in cultivation, machines for sowing, and even wings that give in flight, however temporarily in the sky. All seemed well. As the years passed, the people began to forget about the pain and suffering wrought by the war. And in the middle of the comforting and peaceful livelihood, a terrifying, mysterious, strange being appeared, never seen before. They who are cloaked in pitch-black fur with black crystals upon their heads, shining in a light that seems blasphemous and beckons destruction, bore fangs that were born to shred and destroy everything. Their cross-like pupils possess a deadly allure, makes one disgusted, inflicting paralyzing fear, and yet makes one unable to turn away from the alluring sight. No, silly, you're not coming in here. Their existence are the ones that betray the very laws of the world, filled with unspoken and unsolvable mysteries, a blight of unearthly nature. To protect the masses, the sages gathered once more, and used their powers to repel the assaulting strange beasts. But the sages understood very well that the common people cannot always rely on their powers. And all the current species must know how to defend themselves from these enigmatic enemies. Sealed weapons and battle techniques were resealed into the world, as the sages forged several weapons with their arcane arts. As they passed the weapons upon the people, they too taught the commoners the means to wield the weapons with finesse and technique, so they may use the weapon to its full potential. With the numbers and those who could wield the weapons grew, the current species grew stronger in might, and united in fighting against the invasion from outsiders. These powerful weapons became the most important legacy of the Age of the Sages, and now scattered across the world, some became family heirlooms, some became items in black markets as priceless relics, and some may have been sealed and buried, with no one knowing their whereabouts of those buried artifacts. And we of the current age now gave these weapons and items a new name, the Legacy Relics. And those invading monstrosities are people who would know them from here onward by the name of the Demon Beasts. The chirps of birds passed in the air outside the window. Within this peaceful early morning, their sound would awaken me. Sorry about that, y'all. From my dreams like a peaceful alarm clock. Eye-blinding light shone through the window as I turned and received its radiance in full, making it quite difficult for one to open their eyes. But after a brief period of adjustment, I began seeing clearer images in my surroundings. I caressed the blanket on me, soft and silky, made by G Kingdom's specially treated silken fabric. Familiar ceiling. Where am I? Then I realized where I was, and what's the current situation I'm in. Right. In a dream at all. I rubbed my eyes and stretched lazily before leaving the bed. From the twists and turns of yesterday, this sleep felt extra precious to me. But after so much happening ever since I left for the distant lands, I felt a sense of homesickness already, as I sighed in nostalgia. No! No! Do not come in here. God, cat's annoying as hell. If everything that happened yesterday was just a dream, how great it would have been. I rubbed my forehead to purge away the dizziness in my brain, sighing and moaning while making my way to the window. With an earpiece and gachi sound, the window was opened slowly, and more sunlight began pouring through. I looked upon the sky outside, thinking I've already slept for a while, but with a glimpse the sky still twinkling, with stars hanging from them and the sun in the distance was only slowly rising from the horizon. After everything from yesterday, like an endless nightmare, my first day in this new kingdom was anything but safe and enjoyable. I lost my money pouch, almost got scammed a few times, and even almost losing my life during that evening. But most importantly, the book that was entrusted to me by my family was stolen by thieves. It was a blessing when I meet the two gentlemen, Tian He Hui and Bai Yu, and with their aid I was able to overcome the hurdles and was saved by them too. But now to take back the most important book to me, I must once more trouble them for their service. Under Tian Hu's suggestion, I submitted a commission for their organization, Tian He Hui, and the fees for the commission will be made up for the time I'll be spending working here. Now that I have time to think about all those, I must have some really rotten luck for that all to happen to me. I twisted and worked my shoulder and neck around. I can hear my joints clicking and crackling under the exercise. To be honest, the room they offered me is good. I even set up a sandalwood incense for a better sleep condition. But perhaps due to my adaptation to a new land still in progress, I couldn't sleep comfortably last night. Seems like my biological clock needs a little longer to adjust. But the chi restoration pills that Chrono offered is working quite well. I'm feeling much better today. A cold wind blew in, making me shiver as my hair and fur bristled up in the coolness. The morning here is surprisingly cold. I retreated inside and closed the window and draped an extra layer of clothes over myself. The clothing here was offered to me by the little pink fox, saying it's just for wearing until my original robes are washed and dried. Even though it's a second-hand clothing, I can still feel the finesse and details of the handiwork. Quite snug and close-fitting, and not uncomfortable with the tightness of the clothing or anything. No matter, with this clothing on me, I can feel more like a local around here. As I wore my outfit, I saw a slip on the desk, and remembered the slip I left here this morning. I left here yesterday before I went to bed to prevent myself from forgetting things. I went forth and picked it up. Assemble in the morning at the Sky Union Dining Hall. Oh, yeah, I almost forgot. The color of the sky when I opened the window, I'd say it would be quite nearly their time of 7 o'clock here. Right. Then I have time to do something else. Speaking of which, the dining hall. Bai Yu mentioned something important will be happening today. I was so tired I couldn't remember what he was saying. What did he mention about again? I rubbed my head against my temple, trying to remember what happened since yesterday. I closed my eyes and thought in silence, trying to remember everything that happened yesterday. Slowly my thoughts returned to yesterday's evening, when I first arrived in Tian He Hui. Alright y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and pause it right there. Thank y'all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell, and check out our Patreon if you can. It always helps. Before I go, I'm going to give a quick shout out to lovely bronze tier patrons. Thank y'all if I do for the channel. We greatly appreciate your support. Make sure you thank you to our silver tier members. Cade Silverman, thank you for going from above and beyond. It's greatly appreciated. Anyway, if y'all want to get your names in the credits, could access all We're Not Safe for Work contents as little as $5. Alrighty, I love you all, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye-bye!